Hey, Jessie Mel. Hey, Jessie Mama. Hi, baby. Greetings, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Welcome to the AdventuRyn books. So, my name's Ryn, and today we're doing part 2 of the April wrap-up / May TBR. So, May is Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So, because of that, there's an Asian Readathon to get people reading more Asian authors. And so, the Asian Readathon is being hosted by Cindy of WithCindy, so that will be linked in the description. There's a Google Doc with the prompts and everything, and a story graph page with kind of a list of books so that it kind of streamlines the whole finding something that you would like to read process. So, all of that, again, will be linked down below. And yeah, let's get into it. I realize that this list is... what's that word? Now it's gonna bug me. Okay, one second. Ambitious. There we go. Wow. So I realize that the list that I've put together is kind of ambitious. I'm anticipating not getting through all of it, so... there's 5 prompts for the Asian Readathon, and you can use one book for multiple prompts, so yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So we've got read a book written by an Asian author, read a book featuring an Asian protagonist, read any book written by an Asian author in your favorite genre, read a non-fiction book written by an Asian author, and read any book written by an Asian author that's not US-centric. So, and apologies if I mispronounce anyone's name. I have a hard time with English sometimes, so like, I know that I'm gonna get some of these wrong. Apologies in advance. So, my first pick is The Henna Wars by Adiba Jagadar. So that one would qualify for the non-US favorite genre, Asian author and Asian character. She's a Bangladeshi and Irish writer, and the synopsis for Henna Wars is: Nisat doesn't want to lose her family, but she also doesn't want to hide who she is, and it only gets harder once a childhood friend walks back into her life. Flavia is beautiful and charismatic, and Nisat falls for her instantly. So it's a sapphic romance where there's 2 henna artists, and there's a competition to see who's the better artist, and there's family dynamics, and it looks like a really good one. So the other prompt is non-fiction. So I picked World of Wonders, In Praise of Fireflies, Whale Sharks, and Other Astonishments, which I've been wanting to read since last year, incidentally, when I saw it in the bookstore, because science and plants and animals and things, you know. If you've been around here for a hot minute, it's kind of my brand. There's an entire channel devoted to plants, so also we'll link that in the description below. So for that one, it's written by Amin Nazukumadal, who's Filipina and Malay Indian. And from the description, it's from beloved award-winning poet Amin Nazukumadal comes a debut work of non-fiction, a collection of essays about the natural world and the way its inhabitants can teach, support, and inspire. So, how nature has impacted her life through various situations that she's gone through, and what she's learned from it, and how it impacts life and experience. So, with those 2, all the prompts are set. However, I forgot. I forgot that I decided to, just bring in 5 different ones. So I'm pretty sure at least one of these is not gonna get read. Probably 2 or 3. Just being realistic. Alright? So we've also got Sorcerer to the Crown, written by Zen Cho, who's a Malaysian author. It's a historical fantasy, and the little blurb is, at his wit's end, Zachariah Swipe, a freed slave, eminently proficient magician, and sorcerer royal of the Unnatural Philosophers, one of the most respected organizations throughout all of Britain, ventures to the border of fairyland to discover why England's magical stocks are drying up. So, that sounds kinda fascinating. Not gonna lie. Wanna read that. The Prince and the Dressmaker by Zhang Wang, who's a Taiwanese author. So, Prince Sebastian is looking for a bride, or rather his parents are looking for one for him. Sebastian is too busy hiding his secret life from everyone. At night, he puts on daring dresses and takes Paris by storm as the fabulous Lady Crystalia, yeah. The hottest fashion icon in the world capital of fashion. So, it's Paris at the dawn of the modern age is the time period that we're working with on that one. And there's discussions of identity and romance and things, and it's a graphic novel. And then we've got Wicked Fox by Kat Cho, who's a Korean author. 18-year-old Gu Myung has a secret. She's a Gumyo, a nine-tailed fox who must devour the energy of men in order to survive. Because so few believe in the old tales anymore, and with so many evil men no one will miss, the modern city of Seoul is the perfect place to hide and hunt. So it's modern-day Seoul, and it's a fantasy romance. Which, I didn't quite realize how much would be a fantasy romance. It's like, usually there's a little bit more diversity in what I'm reading as far as topic, but also. we'll get to that later. So, those are the ones that I'm going to attempt to read for the Asian Readathon. So, there's that. And now we've got some that are in process that I was working on last month, and some arcs. So, if you're hanging around Twitch a couple weeks ago, on Mondays we were going through Thus Spoke the Plant. I'm gonna just say, right, I have 30 pages left, and I'm gonna finish it so that I can, do a full review on it as a separate video on the Ethnobotany channel. But this thing was bad enough that as a book club we DNF'd it and switched over to Braiding Sweetgrass. So, just to give y'all an idea of what we're working with for this. So, yeah, would not suggest this. Basically, it's working on the same premise. So, science, personal discovery, personal encounters with plants. So, basically, I'm going to get into it more when I do the dedicated reviews and stuff. But this one has some... it tries. I'll say that. This one attempts, this one succeeds. Right? And they're the same price, so just get Braiding Sweetgrass, seriously. So it's... and if you're around Twitch on Mondays at 4 p.m. or... yeah, 4 p.m. PST or GMT minus 8, we're going through Braiding Sweetgrass for the next couple of weeks. Because there's 5 parts, so we're doing 1 part per week. So, that could be a thing. It's a fun time if you want to pop on by to do that. So yeah, it discusses the relationships between indigenous people and nature. And then we've got the Honey Bus, which I'm halfway through. Mostly I want to just finish reading it so that I can hand it back to my grandma, because this is her copy. And memoirs aren't really my go-to, but it's got some good points. It mostly, I'm making a note of the bee facts in there, and I'll make a separate video for that and everything when I finish reading it. But just a warning, if you decide you want to check this out, there's a lot of toxic family dynamics being discussed in here. So just something to keep in mind when you're thinking about it. But also bees. So we've got the Asian Readathon ones done. We've got the ones that are in process done. So 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, After that, we've got 4 arcs. So I'm 30% of the way through Traitors with the Black Crown, which really liking that. Just saying, it's coming out September 22nd, but just as a thing, right? It's written by Kate Pierce, and I really enjoy it. So it's fantasy with a sapphic romance, strong friendship relationships, it's non-info dump world building, and has well-approached discussions of mental health. So, awesome. Oh yeah, and also forgot the authors for these. So, The Honey Bus is written by Meredith May, who's actually a journalist too. Braiding Sweetgrass is written by Robin Wall Kimmerer, who is a botanist and a lecturer, a member of the Citizen Potawatomi Nation. And Thus Spoke the Plant is written by Dr. Monica Gagliano, who, I forget if she's a professor or an assistant professor at 3 different universities in Australia. Back to the arcs. So we've got The World We Need, edited by Audrea Lim, coming out May 4th, so a couple days. And little blurb. As the world's scientists have come together and declared a climate emergency, the fight to protect our planet's ecological resources and the people that depend on them is more urgent than ever. And that one has a focus on American environmental efforts. Then we've got The Memory Project, that actually came out March 31st, written by Andrew C. Youngston. And the blurb says, "The Memory Project is a queer speculative fiction that explores the world of weavers, rare telepathic humans who can experience the memories of others through touch. The story brings together the themes of friendship, nostalgia, gay romance, gender and identity fluidity to explore the meaning of memory and its mutability, and all in the package of a page-turning supernatural murder mystery." So, sounds interesting. And then we've got Planet Palm, written by Jocelyn C. Zuckerman, that's coming out May 25th, so there's a lot happening in May. So over the past few decades, palm oil has seeped into every corner of our lives, and then it goes into the environmental issues, the impacts on the wildlife, the presence in food, and the impact on the local people and labor. In certain areas, it's harvested via slave labor. So, a lot of that. And if there's anything that I can't get to this month, I'm going to try and roll it over to next month. Well, and we're going to be doing some other stuff. So, anyway, that is the May TBR. We'll see what happens. But, and really, if I have to put off the honey bus and the spoke the plant, I'm not mad at that at all. But there we go. So anyway, if you want to hang out for Botany Book Club, it's twitch.tv/AdventuRyn on Mondays at 4 p.m. PST or GMT -8, and on Thursdays at the same time we have botany discussions and art and whatever over there. There's links to my blog and the podcast that's going to be updating more regularly. There's one that is almost published right now that needs to get queued up and stuff, so it'll be on the other channel and wherever podcasts are available in the next couple of days. And links to everything else are down below. If there's any book links down there, they're probably going to be affiliate links, just so you know. They'd be marked anyway. So, without further ado, hope you're having a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Oh, yeah. Before I log off, just want to say thanks to Rob over on Patreon for supporting me, and my Twitch subscribers. Y'all are awesome and much appreciated, as are any subscribers here. And if you'd like to see when I upload stuff, hit the subscribe button down below and the bell icon next to it so you're notified when stuff goes live. If you want to see my content a day or two early, it goes live on Patreon a day or two before it does here, and we're going to start doing the podcast live. The recording will be live for patrons, and then it will be live to view after that on the Ethnobotany channel. Yeah, words. So, hope that made sense. Anyway, have a good rest of your day. See y'all later. Bye now. It's Lex. Hi, Lexi baby. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, I'll let you go back to sleep.